Today we have this woman right here who seems to know it all when it comes to a passport bro, and in her opinion, or should I say according to her research, a passport bro is a man that 1. Is not wanted by any American woman, 2. Has no more dating options left in the US, 3. Is financially completely unstable, 4. Has no self-esteem, and that's why he has to leave the US to go to another country in order to find a woman who is not educated, doesn't speak any English, and on top of that probably is deaf, dumb, and blind. But I've said enough. We should let her explain the rest, and you let me know what you think in the comment section. But before we get into today's video, I would like to say thank you all so much for your amazing positive response to my latest videos, not only the last video, even the one before I have posted, because I really enjoy reading your comments. You guys are supporting each other, you guys are cracking jokes, you guys are telling the truth, and this is why I just love this community so much. So thank you so much for that. Okay, I truly said enough. I showed you my appreciation. Let's dive into the video, guys.
I love it when a passport bro tells me that I'm jealous that American men are leaving the United States and not looking at American women, because the ones that are leaving the United States to go find themselves a bride overseas are exactly the ones that we never wanted. I mean, and it's really obvious here. There's two really big things that stick out. It's like the emperor's not wearing clothes. Number one, you mean to tell me, sir, you have exhausted all of your dating options, which forces you to go overseas to seek a bride who really is only interested in your American dollars. It's really that bad. You got nothing.
Guys, I want to start this video off by saying that her username on TikTok is fashionably divorced. So are we actually surprised that she has this type of mindset? Her own husband, or should I say ex-husband, is probably one passport bro who has decided to leave the US because maybe this one just was nagging his head off all day long. What do you think? And for 2, I don't even know where she would find the reason for why men would complain. Men do not have the tendency to make women jealous, for 1. For 2, men who decided to leave the US, they're not looking back to figure out how these women who I left in America are feeling about it. And I also want to address that, of course, not all Americans are horrible. There are amazing women out there with amazing husbands just living a great life, and I support that. More power to you guys. But there are some men who just decide to leave the US. Why not let them leave? Why not let them find a way to do better for themselves? And these women are always online talking about that they don't care. They don't care. If there's something that I do not care about, I will not waste my time, sit down and make a video about it. So that's really just telling us that these women do care, because you know why? They don't have the option to go nowhere. They do not have the option to grab their passport, grab their belongings, relocate to another continent to find a man, because those men are not looking for any modern Western women who are in their mid-30s, mid-40s trying to find a husband. They're not checking for these women, and that's what's making them upset. But yet, here she goes talking down on a man who decides to do better for himself.
Not bad. You got nothing. Because women, they have options every day. That is the case for all women. All women have options because women are always going to be desired by men. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
She really has a nerve to be talking about the cookie crumbling. I mean, to be honest with you, she's talking about that all women have options, but let's get real. Some of those options have expired decades ago. I mean, show me an older woman in her mid-40s, maybe even in her early 50s, who's able to pull a man on the regular that's just half as old as her. You won't find it. There may be an exception to the rule, but the majority of the time it is men who are in their 50s or mid-40s who are able to find women and pull women and still be with women who are younger than them. And can we please also talk about a lot of women's confidence who think that it's a flex that any woman can pull any man? Yeah, she may be able to one time, but how many of those men are actually going to stay with that woman is the other question. And do you know why all of these women actually think that they have all of these options? Because of social media. using the filters, looking a certain way, saying certain things, just have simps all over the place, just begging these women to post another post or sending them money to make another post, sending them a DM. These men are losers because they are contributing to these women thinking that they are better than men, when really it's the other way around. And when I say that it's the other way around, I am not saying that men are better than women because they're better humans or whatsoever. Men are more objective, that's for sure. And for two, a lot less delusional. Hello. I mean, what is the reason for a lot of women, especially a woman at her age, telling other women that, baby, you have options? I would never tell a woman that you got plenty of options. I don't even think that I have options. I don't even want to think that I have options. You know why? Because that is nothing to be proud of. I'm a female. Of course, if I present myself a certain way and make myself available, I'm going to have options. Is that what I'm supposed to do as a feminine woman? No, of course not. But these women are lost and they're just helping other women to get lost too. Let them get lost. Guys, let them get lost. Nobody wants them.
Number 2. And this one is even more obvious. You mean to tell me that you can either put your life substantially on hold to go seek your overseas bride or completely abandon and pack up the life that you have here and start it somewhere else? That tells me a lot about your job. Okay. It means that whatever it is that you're doing is not that important and thus not that high paying. Okay. Because if you can just quit your job, well, you don't have income coming in.
It's becoming more and more apparent that this woman has no idea what it means to save money, because a lot of men who do decide to leave the US and go live somewhere else, they have money, a lot of them, and I personally know some of them, they have online businesses, meaning they can just take their laptop, take their passports, grab their credit cards, and then just leave. Go do their remote work, run their online business from a different continent. Sweetheart, it is that easy. And another thing that I want to mention is that she completely is oblivious to is the fact that a lot of men, whoever leaves one continent to go to another and start their life all over, they have to have a lot of courage. They have to have a plan A, a plan B. They have to have a whole lot of personality, which a lot of these women nowadays claim men do not have, in order to actually start a life somewhere else. I mean, you can't just get up and leave like a lot of women would do. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to start. They don't know who to turn to if things don't go right. Men are not like, they don't move like that. How do I know? Because of my husband. When he came here, he had to have a plan. He had to have courage. He wasn't speaking the language. He didn't know much about the culture. He adapted to all of that. He had to go to language school and all of these things in order to adapt. Tell one of these women to actually be disciplined enough to go to a school, learn the language in order for them being able to stay at their country. I mean, the thing about it is these women, 9 times out of 10, they don't even know what is behind the actions that a lot of men put in when they are leaving the country. All they see is them being left behind, that nobody is going to be there to talk to him. And then she's talking about having options. Sweetheart, if you have all these options, why are you on TikTok talking about those men who don't have options anymore? You don't make any sense.
You don't have income coming in. If you can just up and go, that means, I mean, you probably don't have a really great work history or work ethic anyway. You are obviously not a business owner, because small business owners cannot abandon their business, sometimes not even for a week. Someone who's really dedicated and ambitious, they're not going on long vacations, or they're working during they don't have time to go seeking kitty cat in another country. If it is some sort of really important position, they're not taking the time away from their number one love. A man's number one love is his money, and he makes his money from his job. He's not taking the time away from his number one love unless that thing is really not yielding much and is that unimportant.
I wish that she would really understand how unimportant her opinion is when she's talking to those men that she's talking about, because those men are not looking back. They don't even know that this woman is existing. They're just enjoying their lives abroad as they should, because who wants to date a woman like this? Who's complaining or always looking for things to talk down on a man to? Can you even imagine being with someone on a day-to-day basis that has nothing to do but complain, talk down on you, demotivate you, just make you fed up with having to come home? Your home is supposed to be a place where you can just relax, chill out, feel loved and welcome. But no, some of these women turn the home into a living hell, to the point where there are men sitting outside of the house for a couple more minutes, sometimes even a whole hour, before they actually get themselves together, go inside, because they know the wife is going to nag them again. Like, I'm trying to be the complete opposite to my husband. Like, I'm trying to be the reason why this man is rushing to come home. And I know that there are a lot of amazing women out there who do the exact same because they understand the memo. And let's just be honest, these type of videos are only on the internet because these women who make these videos complain. Really, that's a cry for help because nobody wants them. It's a cry for help because they are uncomfortable in their life situation that they are in. They just need somebody to hug. They need somebody to love them. But the way these women are behaving, talking and moving, and especially their actions, is doing the complete opposite for them. But you know what? Everybody has a choice. You can wake up and decide you're going to be in butthole, or you can wake up and decide that you're willing to change. I guess everybody's going to have to decide for themselves. But as of today, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you let me know in the comment section what you think about this video. Does she have a point? I think she's completely off and completely delusional, and probably just sad and full of hate because she realizes that she doesn't have any options, just to come online and talk about that she does have options. Modern women, what are we gonna do with y'all? Anyways, guys, make sure you enjoy your weekend because you deserved it. Make sure you stay hydrated, and make sure you catch me on the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.